Thank you, Tammy, for having me. So my name is Aimee Eppel. My company is Clean Force Consulting Corp. We design and build websites for small businesses, primarily female-founded businesses. But I always joke that if, I'll work with anyone as long as they come through a referral to me. And that's how I mostly operate my business, is through referrals and it's through word of mouth and repeat clients. So that's a quick introduction to me and what I do. And what we're talking about today is call to action buttons, or CTAs, okay? So we're going to talk about what they are and how we can optimize them. And before I start, I'd just like to understand sort of a little bit more about the audience, a little bit more about you and what would be helpful, because that's really the objective tonight. I want to provide information that's really helpful to everybody. So just by a show of hands, and I can't actually see everyone, but I'm going to quickly flip through. Just by a show of hands, who here in this group has a website that they are currently using to help them with their business? Please put up your hand if you have a website. I'm just going to quickly slide through. Oh, so quite a few people. Fantastic. Okay, and now for those people who do have a website, do you have call to action buttons on your website? Please put up your hand if you are utilizing call to action buttons.
Okay, good.
Okay, a few hands went down. Who has no idea what a call to action button is or what a CTA is? Please don't be embarrassed. That's totally fine. This is a very high level. Okay, I see a couple hands. Okay, great. So that's helpful for me to understand. Again, I really hope today's presentation is really helpful for everybody. Please feel free to interrupt at any time if you have a question. Otherwise, you're also welcome to save it to the end. I've allocated some time for question and answers, so hopefully we'll get to your question. The quick agenda for today is we're going to talk about what are CTAs, and then we're going to talk about how we can best optimize them. So the first slide that we're going to look at is defining your goals of your business. And then we're going to talk about 5 sort of strategies or ways that we can optimize our call to action buttons. I'm going to talk about a special offer that I have for everyone in today's group. And then we're going to have a short question and answer period. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start. Very high level, a call to action is a button or a hyperlink on your website that entices or prompts a user to do something, to take some kind of action. So usually, like, this is a very simple concept, but if done well, it can have a profound impact on your website and your business and your conversion rates. And if not done well, it really won't have much impact at all. So while it seems like a very simple concept, I could probably talk for 4 days straight about ways that we can optimize and call to action buttons, okay? So as you can see in the examples on this slide, call to actions are really short and sweet. They're very direct, and they are made up of words and short phrases. So whenever you see a button or a phrase on a website that says act now, or buy now, or shop, or sign up, these are all call to actions because they are enticing or prompting the user to do something, to take some kind of action on the website. Now, when you are determining what your call to action button should be, it's really, really important, rather than just throwing them in there, that you are strategic about the call to action buttons that are displayed on your website. So it's really important to think about what are your goals? So like for this quarter or this year, what are your business goals? What are you hoping to achieve? Are you hoping to find more people to join your Instagram account? Are you hoping for more follows on Facebook? Are you hoping to build up a community that you can send your newsletter to? Are you hoping to fill up your calendar with some warm leads that you can speak to, you know, regarding a free consultation or whatever it might be? You know, get really specific and think about what your goals are for your business. And ultimately, the call to action buttons that are on your website should be very specific and support those goals. Now, it's okay to have more than one goal on different pages of your website. You can have different call to action buttons, but I would never have more than 2 or 3 goals. I would probably try to like really focus on what your goals are for your business, and then have the call to action buttons on your website really support those goals. Okay, so if your goal is to get more visitors to your YouTube channel, but your call to action is to sign up for the newsletter, that's not really going to support your goal for that quarter. Okay, so you're going to want to have like a very strong call to action to join the YouTube channel if that's what your goal is. Okay, so once you figure out your goals and choose wisely, be intentional. Make sure you're building out your call to action buttons to support whatever your business goals are for that quarter. Okay, so first rule of thumb, to optimize your call to action buttons and make sure they're effective on your website, please keep it short and direct. You know, like you don't want to have a super long call to action that somebody's going to not understand, or that's going to start convoluting or confusing people. On an e-commerce website, you're going to see call to action buttons that say buy, shop, purchase, order. If you're trying to build up a community around whatever your business is, you're going to want to see call to action buttons similar to sign up, join now, subscribe. For not-for-profit websites, call to actions might include examples like donate now, commit today, and volunteer. And just some general call to action buttons if you're not quite sure, if you know, you don't have a specific sort of niche or a set goal, would be something like learn more, see more, contact us, start now. Okay, so these are typical examples. As you can tell in all of these examples, it's like 1 or 2 words. You know, it's really simple, it's really short and direct, and you want to keep it simple and small and short. Even if it's a phrase, keep it down to just a few words. Okay. My next tip is totally contradictory to this, totally contradictory, because sometimes you see buttons like subscribe today or sign up today. And what I want to say about this is that the actual button that you see that says sign up today is not good enough. You have to have a sentence above or below explaining to your users what they're signing up for. You know, if there's a perceived value in them signing up, then they're more likely to actually click that button and sign up for whatever it is they're signing up for. And if there's a perceived risk in them not knowing what they're signing up for, then they're not going to go ahead and click that button and sign up. So to lower the risk and increase the perceived value, you want to be really open and transparent with your potential customers and explain very literally what it is they're subscribing to or what it is they're signing up for. And this could be just a simple sentence that says something like, sign up today to receive our tips and tools to help you buy your first home. Or subscribe now to receive a monthly newsletter with da 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 da. You know, you can also say something like, we'll never share your information with anybody, or we'll never spam you. You can unsubscribe at any time. But, you know, make it very clear to your audience, to your users, what they're getting when they sign up or when they subscribe. And when you're doing that, when you are open and transparent, you'll notice that your conversion rates are higher. You have more people subscribing, more people signing up, and you're also building trust and credibility with these people, you know, your potential clients from the get-go, from day one. And people obviously really need to feel valued and safe in what they do. So make it easy for them. Give them that button for them to sign up, but explain what it is they're signing up for. Okay. Next, do definitely appeal to emotion. So this could be a strong tactic and a very helpful and useful tool for increasing those conversion rates and getting people to sign up for whatever it is they're signing up for, you know, responding to those call to actions. When you appeal to an emotion, whether it's through the use of images or words, you are grabbing people's attention, okay? So I'm gonna give you an example. If you are a real estate agent, saying something like, find your dream home is a lot more compelling than contact me today. Okay, so that find your dream home is going to speak to somebody's heart and mind because that's ultimately what they're looking for. But it's also really, really important when you are appealing to emotions to really understand your own voice and your own brand identity. So for example, if you were, let's say, like a psychiatrist's office, you wouldn't say something like, find your dream doctor today. You know, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't equate with your field. So something like, we're here to help, you know, that might be more specific to somebody who's in like a mental health industry. Something like a personal fitness instructor. We're here to help might, you know, appeal to some people. But something like a sentence like 4 weeks to a healthier you is going to be probably more effective and appeal more through emotions to that audience. Okay, so know your voice, know your brand identity, and choose wisely when you are taking this tactic and appealing to emotions. Okay, think about design. This is huge, huge, huge. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at someone's website and they have call to action buttons and they have been strategic about having the call to action buttons support the goals of their business. But sometimes those call to action buttons doesn't even look like a button. And so people don't know to click on it. So you're going to want to work with a designer or a developer who's helping you with your website to use light and texture and arrows and colors and font weights and sizes to make those buttons stand out and make them super clickable. In fact, I just worked with a client a couple days ago. They had call to action buttons throughout their website, but it was just a simple word. There was no border around it. There was no box. And it just became lost on the page. So they weren't getting a strong conversion with their call to action buttons, and we ended up totally revamping it. And the client said within the first few days, she noticed a massive increase in the responses coming in through her contact form submissions. And so even something as simple as like a shadow or changing a font weight can have a really big impact on your conversion rates. The last sort of tip or trick that I want to just discuss on today, and again, this is super high level. If anyone wants to get into this further or learn more, I'm happy to talk to you because we can talk for days about call to action buttons. But this is very high level. And I'm sure that some of you have heard of A/B testing. A/B testing essentially is when you change one component of a web page or a website, and you check the data, and this can all be automated now through different widgets and plugins that are available. But it's when you change one component of a website and see if there's an increase or decrease in your conversion rates. So with the example that's showing on the screen right now, we have a company that had a green button and a red button. And what they did is they had the green button for a period of time. They checked their analytics. They saw what their conversion rates were. They changed the button to red. And they noticed that all of a sudden there was a 21% increase in the amount of people that were clicking on the button. So a simple change like that could have a huge impact. And that's something that doesn't cost a lot of money. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it's pretty simple to implement, especially now with some of the software that's available. We can have this all automated, okay? And it's not just related to colors, it's also related to words. So you could say get started now, and next month you can test the get started today, for example, or let's go, whatever it might be. So you can A/B test words, you can A/B test colors, you can A/B test positions of the button, where it is on the page. There's lots of potential here, and it's very simple to do, more or less. So before I finish up, I just want to remind you, my company is Clean Forest Consulting. We design and we build websites for small business owners, and we also fix outdated and old websites. So if you need help, please get in touch. I do have a special offer for everyone attending today's session, and that is that I will meet with anyone here and do a free consultation on your call to actions or anything else. This is like an opportunity for you to jump on a call with me, ask me any questions you want when it comes to your website. I can do a free audit for you, just sort of within that time frame, and that might be helpful. And then I'm also currently offering a seasonal promotion to anyone here or anyone else. So I just want to share that with you as well. For any new clients, we are offering free website hosting at the moment. So my contact information is there. I'll also put it in the chat. But I'd also like to take this opportunity now to just ask if there's any questions, and see if I could provide any more information that might be useful to anybody here.